Glass Onion is the latest movie from Rian Johnson. He previously did Knives Out, which I thought was a fantastic mystery movie. But Rian Johnson is giving us a sequel to this movie that isn't actually like a direct sequel. It's a completely new mystery, brand new characters, whole new plot. The only thing that's the same is Benoit Blanc. And what's fun about this movie is we actually get to see like a little bit more into his life, and we get to see how he's feeling in these couple years. And it's interesting the setting of this movie, what the way that they decide to go about it. And the first 10 minutes or the first like 8 minutes, I thought was really captivating. It starts with these people receiving an invitation, and the way that the invitation is sent is really unique and very interesting. And I found it very like captivating, and it was like a nice introduction into like the characters in this movie. Once they get on the ship to actually go to the island, that's when like everything actually starts. But it was interesting the decision to make the setting in the setting that it was. I don't want to spoil exactly. It's just I wish it kind of didn't do that, but it's not a big problem. Then later on in the whole story, the whole thing progresses, and you think the story is one way, and then they switch it. They do a complete 180, and it's very similar to the Knives Out one, where they do flashbacks to reveal certain things that are actually happening or what's going on. And that's what I found really interesting about this story was the way that they decided to twist the story and the direction that they decided to go with some of the characters and everything. And it was really, really entertaining and like excellently executed. The cast in this movie, they're interesting. Like they are stereotypical. The characters in Knives Out 1 were also pretty stereotypical, but it still keeps them interesting and their dynamics amongst each other because they have major differences. That's what keeps them all interesting together. I found all the scenes between them and like all the discussions was really fun. It was fun to just like see them hanging out like at a swimming pool, and then friggin' Dave Bautista like shoots off his gun randomly, and everybody's like, "What? Why are you doing this?" And it was really entertaining to watch, and it was a really good time in the movie. The pace always keeps you on your seat because like there's a mystery involved, so you're always like you're trying to figure out what's going on, and then the twist happens, and then it keeps you even more interesting because now you want to see how this direction goes, and it was great. There's a certain character that is like kind of like the main lead, and this person is kind of like in a way attacked from all sides, kind of like in the first movie. This person's motivation is in a different light. In the first one, the character is more innocent and more acting out of kindness. In this one, their motivations are more harsh, but still made sense. And it was interesting the team ups that happened in this movie and seeing where that leads. And that was a really fun and entertaining experience and watch for me. And if you at all loved the first Knives Out, if you found the mystery element to be interesting, if you found Benoit Blanc to be fantastic, you're going to love this movie as well. The first one is more simple, much more down to earth. This one actually has, in a sense, global scale to it. The outcomes of this movie could be catastrophic at a global scale, which is actually hilarious. But like the whole setting, the island, the characters, I thought was really interesting, and I loved how it's more like a summer movie, as the first one is like a very fall movie. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of interesting how they kind of played. Rian Johnson decided to play around with it. The thing I love the most is how what Rian Johnson is doing with this series. This whole Knives Out idea works so much for him, and so much for so many movie fans out there. And I believe it's gonna be like the next thing. Like there's already a Knives Out 3 planned, which I'm excited for. The way that Rian Johnson is handling this, really feels like this is like where he should be in the movie world. Say what you will about The Last Jedi, but I feel like he really fit in this world, and he really owns it and he loves it. It's like a true filmmaker that's like expressing their passions and putting it on film, and they're really enjoying it and having a good time, and the audiences as well. Like it's a truly fun and entertaining movie that like pretty much anybody can enjoy. And I'd give this movie a 9 out of 10. Make sure you go watch this. It's going to be on Netflix on December 23rd. It had like a week long theatrical release in the US, and they should have extended it to international because I think it would have made a lot of money. But it's okay, it's not a problem. Make sure you watch it. It's going to come out in about a month. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.